Hello and welcome to our first Alinker video movement class. So today we're going to be doing a full body stretch and a little bit of strength. You do not need any equipment. You just need to be on your Alinker and ready to move and try some new movements, okay? So let's get started together. We're going to start with our warm up and our stretch. So first thing we're going to do is bring our arms to our sides, reach up to the sides, all the way up overhead. Big stretch, so reaching as far to the ceiling as you possibly can, and then bringing the arms back down. That already starts to feel good, right? Bringing the arms all the way up again, reaching the fingertips, wiggle the fingertips a little bit, and then reach down. Good. We're gonna do that one more time, so reaching the arms all the way overhead, looking up to the ceiling, keeping our arms up top. You're gonna grab your left wrist with your right hand. So holding on to your left wrist, and then you're gonna lean slightly to your right side. So pulling your left arm over your head and feeling a slight stretch in the side of your body underneath your left armpit, okay? Holding here for 3, 2, 1, and then coming back to center, releasing your left hand, your left wrist, grabbing your right wrist with your left arm this time, and then reaching to your left side. And again, you're feeling the stretch on the right side, so underneath your right armpit this time. Coming back to center, releasing the arms, and then coming back down. Good. Next, we're going to be doing a little bit of shoulder mobility. So you can grab onto your handlebars with your left arm, and we're going to start with our right side. So bring your right arm down to the side. You're going to bring it forward all the way, up, above, turning your palm as much as possible so it's facing behind you, and bring your arm all the way down and around. Okay, let's do that 2 more times together. Reaching up overhead, turning the palm down and around. One more time on the right side. Reaching up overhead, palm twist, and down. Now we're gonna place our right hand on the handlebar, same thing on the left side, so starting with our arm at our side again, reaching up, overhead, again, palm twist, adding in that rotational movement. It can be challenging, but it's also really good for your shoulder mobility. Good, one more time. Twist, and back down and around. Good. Now, our next movement is a seated cat-cow. So you can either keep your hands on the handlebars for some stability or place them on your thighs if you're not so worried about your stability right now, okay? So what we're gonna be doing first is rounding our back. So you're gonna bring a curve into your spine. So crunching forward, bring your chin towards your chest. You wanna feel like you can spread your shoulder blades wide and hold this position for a few seconds. And then we're gonna move into the cow portion, which is pressing your chest forward and bringing a curve the opposite way into your spine. Head comes up, gently gazing at the ceiling. And here is where you can bring your hands off the handlebar and bring the intention of pulling your elbows together behind you. So you're gonna feel a stretch through your chest and through your shoulders here. And then we're gonna go back into that first position, nice and slow. So arching the back, space between your shoulder blades, chin to chest. And then one more time, opening up the chest, head comes up, elbows come behind if you're feeling up to it. Good. Next, we're gonna do our stretches for our lower body. So we're gonna start with our hamstrings, that juicy muscle on the back of your thigh. So you can place one foot on the bottom part of your Alinker here, and you can place your heel on that part, and then reaching down as far as you can towards your shin or ankle. You're gonna start to feel a stretch up the back of your leg. If you wanna increase that stretch, pull your toes towards you, okay? So instead of pointing your toes like a ballerina, you're gonna pull those toes as best you can towards your upper body. So 3, 2, 1, we're coming back to our regular position, placing the other foot now on our Alinker, finding a comfortable spot, extending the leg, and then again reaching down towards your foot, ankle, or shin, and then pulling the toes towards your upper body. Good. Holding for 3, 2, 1, relax. Bring that foot back down. All right, our last stretch, which is very important when you're using this type of movement apparatus, is the hip flexor stretch, okay? So you probably might have noticed when you're out there moving and grooving on your Alinker that your hip flexors might get tight, okay? So these muscles that connect your pelvis to your quads, they're really important because they're gonna bring your leg back up every time you take a step. So what we're gonna do, starting with stretching our right side, you're gonna take your left foot, place it a little bit forward for stability. Your hands can be on your handlebars, and you're gonna step your right foot back, and you're on the toe or the ball of your back foot on the right side. You're going to extend this leg so that it's as straight as possible, and then you're going to push your hips forward until you start to feel a gentle pull in this pocket of your hip. Okay, that is your hip flexor, and that stretch is going to feel so good. Do it as often as you like. The stretching and the strengthening is going to be important, and we're going to get to the strengthening later on. So you're holding here, enjoying the stretch, living your best life. 3, 2, 1, relaxing the knee, bringing this right foot forward. We're doing the same thing on the other side. So stepping the left foot back on your ball of your foot, extend through the knee as straight as possible, press the hips forward. And you got your stretch on the left side. Holding here for about, let's do 5 more seconds here, enjoying our stretch. This is our last stretch before we get into our strength movements. 3, 2, 1, all right. So now we're gonna move on to our strength portion. So finding yourself in a comfortable position, we're gonna start with some warm-up movements that are gonna be focused on some core and a little bit of lower body. So the first thing we're gonna do is walk in place for 20 seconds. So picking up your feet about an inch off the ground. And if you want to add an extra element, you could even bring your arms up and down. We're gonna get our heart rate up. So joining me whenever you're ready. We're gonna start our 20 seconds now. So finding that pace that works for you. And if at any point during this movement session, you need to break or something doesn't feel right for your body, full permission to pause, to modify, or to end the movement session. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, amazing. Now the next thing we're gonna do is similar, but we're gonna pick our knees up even higher. So your knees are gonna come almost all the way up to your handlebars. When you're doing this, I want you to engage your core a little bit. So what that means is you're getting your core almost ready, like you're coughing really hard, or you're about to take a punch in the stomach. So every time you pick up your knee, I want you to feel like you're bracing your core, okay? So we're gonna do this for 20 seconds together in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Picking them all the way up. Bracing the core, you're ready for the punch, or you're coughing really hard. I know it sounds weird, but it's the best reference, because we all know what that means, right? Here we go, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, well done. Our third lower body exercise is calf raise. So toes are on the floor. You're lifting your heels as high as you can. You're gonna squeeze your calves a little bit at the top. Let's move a little to the side so you can see my calves. Okay, so picking them all the way off the ground as high as you can. We're gonna do 20 seconds together in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Lifting them all the way off, squeezing at the top, holding them there. And you might not feel a ton at the very beginning, but as the time continues, as the strength builds, you're gonna start to feel it more and more. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay. Pausing there on our lower body. Next, we're gonna do some upper body, okay? So what we're gonna do here is overhead presses to start, Now, all of these are no equipment, but if you wanted to increase the intensity a little bit, grab some weights, a couple pounds, or maybe water bottles that are filled up with water can be a really good at-home weight. Okay, so what we're gonna do, bringing our arms up to shoulder level, so your elbows are at the level of your shoulders, your hands are facing up. We're gonna reach overhead, and then we're gonna pull our arms down like we're pulling a rope over our heads, okay? So every time you push up, but you pull down with intention, okay? Starting 20 seconds together. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, press up and pull down every single time. Up and down. Now, important to remember, shoulders are staying down away from your ears, okay? Core is staying active, head is in a neutral position. Good, we got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, well done. Okay, our next movement are lateral raises to front, back to lateral, so sides and down, okay? So together, what that looks like, we're lifting our arms straight up to our shoulder level. We're gonna bring them together in front of us. We're gonna bring them back to the sides and down, okay? 20 seconds together, 3, 2, 1, lift up to shoulder level. Again, keeping the shoulders down away from your ears the entire time. Your core is fired up, supporting your upper body as you move through all these movements. Good. We got 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. And last but not least, one of my personal favorites is called a wingbat. And I totally made up that name because it doesn't have a name. But that's what we like to do around here. But it's a great exercise and you're gonna feel it. So you're gonna have your arms at the sides, kind of like wings, palms facing up. What we're gonna do is extend our arms all the way out and bring them back in. So bending at the elbow and then bringing back in. At first you're gonna be like, this isn't doing anything. Just wait 10 to 15 seconds. You're gonna start to feel it. Okay, let's do 20 seconds together in 3, 2, 1, here we go. 20 seconds on the clock. Again, shoulders down, extending out through the elbows, keeping the palms up. You got it, nothing to it, right? Are we starting to feel it? Because I am. Here we go, 8 more seconds on the clock. You're doing so well. We got this, 3, 2, 1, and pause. I bet you're feeling that a little bit in the biceps and shoulders at this point, because I know I am. Okay, our third circuit is now gonna focus a little bit on core. So what we're gonna do is crunches to start. Now we're not gonna do average crunches, they're more of a standing seated alternative. So what you can do is bring your arms off your handlebars. You are going to send your arms down as you bring one knee up, okay? So arms come down, one knee comes up. Now as you're doing that, I want you to think about crunching through your core or bringing your ribs towards your pelvis. So every single time, you're kind of opening up your core and then you're closing it, okay? So all together, arms overhead, you're crunching through the core, you're lifting through the knee, and you're gonna start to feel it because you're bracing your core every single time, okay? So together for 20 seconds in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So crunch. You can slow it down, go at a pace that feels good or right for your body. There's no rush. We're doing it according to what feels good or best for us, each of us, today. Not yesterday, not 3 days ago. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, fantastic. Our second core movement is a side dip. So you can have, let's place one hand on our handlebar, one hand on our sides or down by our sides. You are gonna slowly and very mindfully dip your body towards the floor of the side that you have your hand down. And then you're gonna bring yourself back up to a seated position. So you're gonna dip down, come back up. And you're gonna feel this in your obliques, so the side core area. Okay, so we're gonna do 20 seconds on each side. So we'll start with our right side, okay? Starting it up in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So crunching down, reaching down, being mindful of our balance and our breath. Because sometimes when you're doing your core movements, You can hold your breath. We don't want that. Keep breathing. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Okay, right hand goes on the handlebar, left hand goes down by our side for 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 20 seconds on the clock. You might feel some differences from one side versus the other. Very normal to have discrepancies between each side of your body, so don't worry too much about that. Almost there. Keep reaching and bringing yourself up with intention. Good. 3, 2, 1, and done. Beautiful. Our last few minutes we're going to take to do a couple stretches to finish us off. So let's reach our arms overhead one last time, bending to the side with our feet on the ground, feeling that side body stretch right after we did some of those side dips. Same thing, bending to the other side. Good, coming back to center. Let's bring one arm across your chest and holding it with the opposite arm so that you're feeling the stretch in the front of your shoulder. Holding here for a few seconds. And then same thing on the other side. So we're almost done our workout today. I hope you feel that your mood is boosted. You feel like challenged with your strength. You can always repeat any of the movements or any of the circuits for an extra challenge. And we will be back with many more videos and many more movements to support you. And that's it. So thanks for joining me. I hope you had a great workout, and I'll see you again soon. Good?
Awesome. Yeah, really good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people